It's a busy morning at the United States District Court in Las Cruces.
You'll see that migrants will go up in groups of 6, 8 people to the front of the judge.
Escorted by U.S. Marshals, these immigrants are brought through this gate and into that facility. And that facility is where the Marshals will unload the bus. And they're being housed at several different detention centers across our state, including the one in Luna County, Doña Ana, and Otero. Every day, groups of mostly men enter the federal courtroom wearing jumpsuits, a headset, and jail shoes, shackled at the wrists and ankles. All of them stand shoulder to shoulder and answer questions from a judge through a translator.
We're seeing a lot more defendants from Central America and also some from South America.
Every day, judges see dozens of cases. Most are immigration related.
We're only handling criminal cases. This is not an immigration court. We can't determine asylum.
On a busy day, a judge in this courtroom will see about 100 individuals for their initial proceeding. About 85 to 90% of those people are here for immigration criminal cases.
U.S. District Court would be where individuals are charged with violating federal law.
What these judges mostly deal with are people who come to the U.S. illegally, which is a misdemeanor. Those who leave and come back to the United States without permission after being deported face a felony. Even if someone is coming to the U.S. to file an asylum claim by reaching U.S. soil, many are still being prosecuted.
There's a zero tolerance policy, which means that everyone that comes in illegally is being prosecuted.
And that's because of policy that the administration has put into place, correct?
That's correct.
One of the big differences between a regular immigration court and a criminal immigration court is that migrants have the right to a public defender. Most of them are also put in jail until their trial is over.
My whole staff is stretched thin, not only the lawyers, but the whole staff, because every case engenders paperwork, even if it's a misdemeanor.
While judges see this process as fast and efficient, others believe it's a flawed operation.
Operation Streamline, really, the name says it, right? It is supposed to streamline the process and get as many migrants criminalized as possible.
On average, one trial takes anywhere from 7 to 15 minutes per person, which community organizers say is erosion of due process.
It's wrong. I think that it has not worked. It's absolutely immoral. And deterring migration by criminalizing it has not worked. When there is a push and a pull factor for migrants, nothing will deter them from migrating when it's about survival.
It's also a process that costs taxpayers.
Being in criminal court doesn't help anybody. I just see it as a money thing. I mean, we have this beautiful courthouse, we have all of this staff in there, all these things, that's what it does, and we have to keep the machine going.
We asked Judge Garza what a common misconception is about these proceedings.
I think the perception is that they've committed an additional crime other than just coming into the country illegally.
Crossing that line that divides Mexico and the U.S. is the only crime most are accused of committing.
They're being charged with a crime, but they're not criminals. They're ordinary people like you and me and everybody else who's out there struggling to make a life for themselves, make a life for their children.
If an immigrant is found guilty of illegal entry or re-entry, they will likely spend some time in an ICE facility and later be deported. Reporting in Las Cruces, Marissa Armas, KOAT Action 7 News.